This is the majestic Kensington Oval, the home of local cricket, and a fitting backdrop as we're down to the business end of the BCA 2020 Cup. It's the knockout stage, beginning with the quarterfinals, and our coverage on the NationNews network features two star-studded teams. Defending champions Carlton will be looking to all-rounders Kyle Mears, Naim Young, and Dominic Drakes, as well as pacer Keon Harding, four players who took part in the CPL this year, to lead the charge for them. YMPC, led by international Dwayne Smith, also have international pacer Fidel Edwards in their lineup and will be looking to bring their all-round team package to bear in this matchup. The Kensington Oval pitch is renowned to be a hard, true surface, and head groundsman Henry Davis and his team have rolled out another fabulous strip. Let's hope that the players are able to make the most of it. The two captains, Matthew Jones of Carlton and Dwayne Smith of YMPC, were joined by match referee Sherlock Wall for the toss, which was won by YMPC, and they chose to field. This is Peter Douglas, a long-standing member of the Kensington Oval ground staff, putting the stumps in place. And to coin that famous line from a local sport journalist, if Peter Douglas is around, something big is happening. Let's get the show on the road. Umpires Shamar Bino and Troy Tudor head to the middle. Carlton's openers Kyle Mears and Mikhail Marshall showed positive intent and broke with tradition, taking to the field even before the YMPC fielders, who soon followed, led by Smith, as we prepare for an intense battle between two highly talented teams. It was tough going for the Carlton openers, and Kyle Mears survived this loud shout for LBW to Dwayne Smith, umpire Troy Tudor ruling not out. 5 balls later, however, Smith produced a beauty to dismiss Marshall, caught behind for 5. Carlton are 17 for 1 in the third over. This is Kemar Smith to Mears. Pitched up outside the off stump, and Mears drives through the offside for the first boundary of the Carlton innings. Smith to Mears again. He edges and is out caught at slip. Mears goes, caught by Dwayne Smith, off the bowling of Dwayne's younger brother, Kemar, and Carlton are 27 for 2 in the fourth over. Ramon Simmons to Shamar Springer. He swings and gets off the mark in fine style, a boundary to usher in a productive period for Carlton. Kemar Smith to Marlon Welcome Goodman. Nice shot. Steered away to third man. A chase for Neil Prasad, but the ball beats him into the boundary. 4 runs. This is Fidel Edwards bowler to Springer. Looks for the big drive. Ball in the air. Nkosi Ross circles and takes the catch. And Springer departs for 17. Carlton are 73 for 3 in the 13th over. Edwards to Welcome Goodman. Short. Uppercut. And that will run away to the boundary for another 4. Good contest developing between bat and ball. Anxiousness on the faces of players and support personnel from both teams in the viewing ear of the Garfield Sobers Pavilion as we get into the final 5 overs of the Carlton innings. Edwards to Naim Young. He swings and hits it high over mid-wicket, and that's the first 6 of the Carlton innings. He may be young in name, but not in nature, and he roughs up the veteran pacer. Edwards to Young again. Another short ball, and he gets hold of it, and gets 4 to the fine leg boundary. The former West Indies and the 19th all-rounder really getting stuck into Edwards. Edwards again to Young. He edges, and is caught behind for 18. Edwards gets his revenge, and Carlton are 105 for 4 in the 17th over. Dwayne Smith is back, and he's bowling to Dominic Drakes. Inside edge into the leg side. The fielder's on to the ball and sends a strong return to the keeper's end. And this is a close call, but the umpire says not out. Smith bowling to Welcome Goodman. He slashes away outside the off stump and gets another 4 to keep Carlton on the move. Edwards to Drakes. And the left-hander shows his batting prowess. He swings this delivery to the long leg boundary for 4. Dwayne Smith to Welcome Goodman. He swings, but he does not get a hold of it well, and skies it along on for Simmons to take the catch. Welcome Goodman goes for the top score of 37, and Carlton are 129 for 5 with 4 balls remaining in their innings. Smith to Drakes. Another big swing. And a maximum. A 6 for Drakes as things wind down in the Carlton innings. And the final ball of the Carlton innings, Smith to Drakes. He will get 2, and Carlton will finish on 137 for 5 from their allocation of 20 overs. 138 from 20 overs, that's the target for YMPC. Let's see how their chase unfolds. We pick up play in the 4th over. Drakes is the bowler, and Jaden Jones is the batsman. Jones down the pitch and smashes his delivery back over the bowler's head for the first 6 of the YMPC chase. Kyle Mears to Jones. Bowled. Mears strikes for Carlton. Jones goes for 13, and YMPC are 31 for 1 in the 5th over. Dane Currency to Raymond Kelman. He edges, and Carlton captain Matthew Jones snaps him up at slip. Kelman gone for 4. YMPC 32 for 2 in the 6th over. Currency to Kemal Smith. Risky shot, but it pays dividends. He gets off the mark in fine style with a boundary. Currency to Kemal Smith again. This time, a more controlled shot. Inside out through wide mid-off for second successive boundary. These spectators would have loved those 2 strokes from Kemal Smith. End of the power play. YMPC will probably have mixed feelings about their progress so far. 42 of the target erased, but 2 wickets down? Questionable. 9 young to Kemal Smith. He swings. He edges. He's caught behind. Smith goes for 9. YMPC are 56 for 3 in the 9th over. We've reached the halfway stage in the YMPC innings. They are 61 for 3. 77 more needed from 60 balls. It's not beyond them, and with the unrelated Smiths, Dwayne and Kemal at the crease, they have 2 strikers of the ball that can give them the impetus. Young to Dwayne Smith now. He flashes, gets the top edge, and it flies away to the 3rd man boundary for 4. This could spell danger for Carlton. Kyle Mears is back. He bowls to Dwayne Smith. Loose shot, ball in the air, keeper takes the catch, and Dwayne Smith departs for 10. YMPC 72 for 4, needing 66 from 47 balls. Jones to Kemal Smith. Big swing. Balls peels off the edge and runs away to the 3rd man boundary for 4. Smith trying to fight the good fight. Mears to Kemal Smith. Big swing. He edges. He's caught behind. A 3rd catch for wicketkeeper Alex Ferguson. All 3 catches, the name of the batsman, have been Smith, and Kemal Smith departs for 26. YMPC now in big trouble. 81 for 5. The cream of their batting, gone. Jones to Ronaldo Arthur. Bowled. The slide continues for YMPC. Arthur goes for 6, and they are 85 for 6. They need 53 from 26 balls. Next ball, Jones to Ross. The batsmen go for a single, and Carlton appeal for a run out, and Simmons is gone for 1. YMPC in all sorts of contortions on 85 for 7. 3 wickets falling in the space of 10 balls. 53 still needed from 25 balls. Fast forward. Young bowling. YMPC benefited from big hits such as this from Fidel Edwards to creep past 100. Before Dominic Drakes, bowling the final over, had Edwards caught behind from this top-edge hook to bring the match to a formal close, and Ferguson took his 5th catch. YMPC all out for 107. Carlton win by 30 runs and advance to the semi-finals. Their captain, Matthew Jones, was elated to get past the Beckers Road Bombers.
This was actually very important because last year's semi-finals were against the same YMPC, so we knew who we were against, and we knew it was a very competitive squad, so we knew we had to bring our A game.
The key reason for your success today?
Well, Marlon Welcome Goodman, he executed, as well as Naeem Young and Dominic Drakes with the bat. And then, well bowling, the team put it all out on it, and we came out on top.
Talk to us about the pitch. How did you find the pitch today at Kensington Oval?
In the first 10 overs of our innings, it was kind of difficult. It wasn't easiest, but our guys fought through it and decided that after the 10 overs, they will execute.
Key lesson you've learned today that you'll take into the semi-final?
That with team effort, you always get victory.
Any areas for improvements as you approach the Final Four and play that big game?
For us, it will be just in the area of singles. Lessening the dot balls, more singles in the power play, and the first 10 will give us a greater score.
I think your opponents in the semi-finals will be Wanderers. How much are you looking forward to playing against them? They've had a good season. You're the defending champions. That should be a cracker of a game. Yeah,
that also will be a very competitive game. And what we'll do is go in there and try to defend our title.
What do you think about the Wanderers team? You ought to play different zones this year, but what do you think about them? They've got some good players in terms of Keurig Braffett. They've got Roshan Primus. They've also got Shane Mosley. That's the name I was looking for. How much are you looking forward to playing against them? A pretty decent side.
Luckily for us, we have practiced and grown up with those opponents, so we know their weaknesses, and once we put our heads down and stick with it, we should come out on top.
So defending champions Carlton followed up dogged batting with steady bowling, led by West Indies T20 selectee Kyle Mears, to topple Bayview Hospital YMPC by 30 runs and reach the semi-finals. Mears grabbed 3 for 10 from his allotted 4 overs, and fellow pacer Keon Harding took 2 for 10 from 2 overs, as Carlton successfully defended a target of 139 in their quarter-final at the headquarters of local cricket. Earlier, Marlon Welcome Goodman anchored Carlton's batting with 37, and fellow left-hander Dominic Drapes was not on 24, and the defending champions posted 137 for 5 from their allocation of 20 overs after being sent into bat and stumbling to 27 for 2 inside the power play. In the other quarterfinals, international Jonathan Carter hit the top score 48 not out and guided Sagicor Life UEA to a hard-fought 4-wicket win over Wildy in a low-scoring contest at the 3Ws Oval. At Rice's, BWU Gladiola defied a strong all-round performance from Chad Williams to clinch a 5-run victory over Spartan in a tense finish. And a tidy all-round performance from another international, Raymond Reefer, was at the heart of a comfortable 9-wicket win for Wanderers over Empire at Darrows Road. Here's how the teams will match up for the semi-finals, which take place next Saturday. Gladiola will face 5-time champions UEA, and defending champions Carlton will meet Wanderers. The BCA has, unfortunately, not announced the venues for the 2 semi-finals yet, so you will have to keep your eyes peeled to the Daily Nation newspapers during the week for confirmation of where the semi-finals will be played. And as we wrap up this edition of the BCA T20 Cup Roundup with a look at the Carlton players having a final chat about the match, a reminder to buy your copy of the Sunday Sun for reports and scores on all of the BCA T20 Cup matches, and continue to follow the progress of the competition on our website, NationNews.com, and all Nation News social media channels. I'm Adriel Richard.